Hi, it's T. Michelle Birdsong in New York City. Eve, first mother of the earth, daughter of the sun. This is part 2 of Lilith, Lusano Loplato, Michael Bublé's wife, disobeyed God, and Eve got the blame for it. So let me begin. One with the cuckoo's nest flew over and out of Eden. That is, Lilith flew out of Eden when she found out she had this punishment ahead of her. Eve's sympathies drew her to Adam. She endured Lilith's punishment. As Mama said to Charles Kelly Long of Clarksville, Tennessee, "You might have been cuckolded, but you're going to marry my daughter Helen because you were in the place of making the baby she's carrying." Mama was right. Charles Kelly had been cocked. The baby looked just like Mama's live-in boyfriend, Master Sergeant, United States Army Sergeant Sims from California. Mama and the baby were close. And that's another story. She never confronted Helen about what she'd done. T. Michelle Birdsong, Eve gave her father in a past life Dr. Randolph Stone's cure for pain, including childbirth labor pains, called polarity therapy. Okay, let's see what message we have in that word. People present over order, L for will, A for Adam, R for her, P for pleasure, TY for tie. Present order. Will of Adam, Michael Bublé's. Her is Eve, energy. Pleasure tie. The pleasure tie is Michael Bublé and Eve, or Adam and Eve. So when the pains come, this is a cure for labor pains. When the pains come, contractions they call it, press down with your pointing finger on the area between the vagina and the anus, the perineum coccyx. Okay, and that will stop the pain. T. Michelle was given this information by Shatima, Santa, Charan Singh, Jesus Christ, Gorinda Singh's head elf, ELF. T. Michelle Birdsong, Mrs. Jesus Christ, was also Mrs. Santa Claus. Okay. T. Michelle has not benefited from the painless natural childbirth. She bore the excruciating pain of delivering 4 children, 4 saints, to the world as vaginal, drug-free births. Okay. Because I didn't know about it then. Now my new babies, the ones in my womb, I plan to try to use that technique. Verse 17, God said, and unto Adam he said, be the cause, because thou hast, what's that word? Hearkened unto the voice of thy wife. He's talking about Lilith. And hast eaten of the tree, talking about her vagina. The tree is the bush, the hair on the vagina, of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake, in sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. Oh, they're going to have to eat dirt for what they did. Verse 18, thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth to thee, and thou shalt eat the herb of the field. 19, verse 19. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground, for out of it wast thou taken, for dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return. Note, Adam's second wife, Eve, was made of light stardust. The Venus is there. That's Eve, and this is Venus, Venus. The evening star, making things even. This is what Eve did, balancing the evil with her martyrdom. Okay? Lilith, Adam's first wife, disobeyed God. She was evil. And then she ran off and left Adam because she didn't want to endure the punishment for what she'd done. And then Eve came along and endured the punishment for what Lilith has done, and has been enduring it for lifetimes. Okay, to verse 20. And Adam called his wife's name Eve. That's his second one. Because be the cause, she was the mother of all living. See, Lilith didn't want to be the mother because it was going to be painful. Having a baby was going to be painful. Verse 21, and that's one of the reasons. I don't know if she wanted to. Being a mother is pretty much like being a martyr if you're a good mother. So she was evil, so she didn't fit the role of a mother anyway. Verse 21, unto Adam also, unto his wife did the Lord God make coats of skins and clothed them. Verse 22, and the Lord God said, behold. Okay, let's decode whole. W for woman, H-O-L-E, woman whole. Behold, the man is become as one of us. Us is Adam and Eve, to know good and evil. And now, lest he put forth his hand to tickle Eve's clitoris. That's how Eve enjoys sex. The clitoris is the only organ in the body that's put there purely for pleasure's sake. God wanted her to have the pleasure of orgasm. And take also of the tree of life. The tree of life, what? The R for her, E for Eve, energy, enter. The her, the he, her, Adam's her, Eve, energy, enter. Of life, will, pleasure, feel, Eve. Adam enters, daughter of the sun, energy, that's Eve, energy, at, testosterone, and live forever. Sex is a basis for life. Testosterone. T for thee, EST for establishment, O for of, ST for saint, E for Eve, R for her, ONE for one. The establishment of Saint Eve, her one, meaning her is a saint. Over here we got the forever, for every victory enter her. Okay, it's saying you're going to have an orgasm when you enter her. That's your victory, is the orgasm. Alright, what else? And then this talks about what testosterone is. Is the primary sex hormone and an anabolic steroid. Steroid. Let's see what message we can find in the word steroid. ST for Saint, E for energy, Eve, R for her, O for order, ID for identified. Saint, energy of Eve, her order, identified. Yeah, she's a saint, that's her order. Okay, so in male humans, anabolic steroid, in male humans, testosterone plays a key role in the development of male reproductive tissues, such as testes and prostate, as well as promoting secondary sexual characteristics, such as increased muscles, those big muscles, and bone mass, that means hard, and the growth of body hair, I love it. Is taking testosterone dangerous? Testosterone therapy can raise a man's risk for blood clots and stroke. Eisenberg says that men can offset that risk by occasionally donating blood. Uncommon side effects include sleep apnea, acne, and breast enlargement. And that information came from www.webmed.com. Okay, so that's the end of it. I got through it. All right, so I hope the information helps you. And we can stop blaming Eve for Lilith's crimes, okay? Good. So long.